Matt? All right.
Get a demerit for
Welcome to the fourth meeting of the year. Today is February 2024, 2025. Alyssa, please read the publication.
In compliance with Chapter 231 of Public Law 1975, notice of this meeting to be held at the Criminal Justice Building, 61 Main Street, South River, has been published in the Home News Tribune on January 5th, 2025, posted on Municipal Building Bulletin Board, the Borough website, the front door of the Criminal Justice Building at 61 Main Street, South River.
Roll call.
Mayor Gindi,
Here.
Councilwoman Ballas,
Here.
Councilman DeSantis,
Here.
Councilman DeZemian,
Here.
Councilman Giannakopoulos,
Here.
Councilman Gershensky,
Here.
Council President Seula.
Here. Please stand for the salute to the flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please stay standing for a moment of silence. You may be seated. We have one presentation today by Stevie M. Smith. He's here just to give us a report on what has been done so far with our water lines. Mr. Fleet.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, everybody. So, quick update, 4-inch and 6-inch water main extension project, replacement project. We have received today the data from CME on the information that we requested. I need to review it. Surveying is starting approximately in 1 week. We're supposed to start this week with the snow that we had. It got delayed a couple of weeks. They're going to set up points and then start doing the survey around town. Test pits and development of the plan and the test pits. We submitted to the subcontractor all the locations. 107 locations were found. 14 have some history in different conditions of gas stations and something that might show up for something, but that's inside. So on the road, we're not expecting anything like that, but it's been scheduled. The road opening permit for the county and for the town is being to be requested very shortly. Loan application, the project is within the loan. We work with Joe and with Art on getting the project enlisted in BEP. We are going to schedule a pre-application meeting within a week or two. We need to coordinate with them, the different groups that are part of the review process. And if you need anything from me, just send me an email, call me, and we'll address the situation as it develops.
Really appreciate it. Thank you for the
Right.
report.
Thank you.
We're gonna go to the agenda sessions. We have 4 for second reading. Andrew, if you could touch on our zoning.
Sure, 2025-4, that's the zoning ordinance for your retail cannabis licenses. And just for everybody's awareness, the land use board did consider this. They came back with a recommendation. The recommendation is to amend one small portion of it. It's not a material change to the ordinance. For the record, it's a recommendation to amend, it's 350-8T, subsection H, subsection 2, subsection A. It is to include the sentence, this subsection shall not include any lot with frontage on Main Street.
Bank calendar, I guess, Joe.
This is the cap bank ordinance. It's done annually. Gives the borough flexibility during the budget process, and if not used during this budget, it's capped in bank for future budgets.
And then the next one would be the improvements, right?
Yep, so it's the ATD funding that we received. It's a capital ordinance. It's for Bukowski Park security improvements and for safety improvements at 4-way intersections.
Great. Andrea, I know the next one is about the redevelopment plan.
Yeah, 2025-7 is the redevelopment, amendment to the redevelopment plan for 25 Main Street.
Thank you. For first reading, we're gonna be talking about the water, Joe.
Yes, we have first reading of a water rate ordinance. Budget committee met a few times, and this is a recommendation needed to balance the 2025 budget.
We're gonna go into second reading now. Alyssa, can you please read 2025-4?
Ordinance 2025-4, an ordinance of the Borough of South River, County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, amending chapter 350 of the Borough Code of the Borough of South River entitled zoning.
Make a motion, waive the full reading.
Motion by Council President Seola, seconded by Councilman DeZemian.
All in favor?
Aye. I'll open this to the public. 5 minutes, please state your name and address. First call, second call.
Motion to close public.
Second.
Motion by Council President Seola, seconded by Councilwoman Ballas.
All in favor?
Aye.
Council discussion, anyone? Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilwoman Ballas.
Mr. Mayor, can I have a motion to accept the recommendation by the planning board?
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'll make a motion.
make a
Thank you.
motion.
And I'll second that.
Motion by Councilwoman Ballas, seconded by Council President Seola.
Councilwoman Ballas?
Yes.
Councilman DeSantis?
Yes.
Councilman DeZemian?
Yes.
Councilman Janikopoulos?
Yes.
Councilman Gertenski?
I abstain.
Council President Seula?
Yes.
Alright, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Councilwoman Ballas, seconded by Council President Seola.
Councilwoman Ballas?
Yes.
Councilman DeSantis?
Yes.
Councilman DeZemian?
Yes.
Councilman Janikopoulos?
Yes.
Councilman Gertenski?
Yes.
Council President Seula?
Yes.
Listen, 2025-5.
Ordinance 2025-5, ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank for calendar year 2025.
Make a motion, waive the full reading.
Motion by Council President Seola, seconded by Councilman DeZemian.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to open this to the public. First call, second.
Motion to close public.
Motion by Council President Seola, seconded by Councilwoman Ballas.
All in favor?
Any council discussion? No? Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by
Second.
Councilwoman Ballas, seconded by Council President Seola.
Councilman Ballas?
Yes.
Councilman DeSantis?
Yes.
Councilman DeZemian?
Yes.
Councilman Janikopoulos?
Yes.
Councilman Gertenski?
Yes.
Council President Seula?
Yes.
Listen, 2025-6.
Ordinance 2025-6, an ordinance authorizing various federal housing and community development grant improvements and equipment located in the Borough of South River in the County of Middlesex, New Jersey.
Make a motion, waive the full reading. Second.
Motion by Council President Seola, seconded by Councilman DeZemian.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to open this to the public. First call, second call.
Motion to close public.
Motion by Council President Seola.
Second.
Second by Councilman Krasinski.
All in favor?
I'd like to open this to the council discussion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Council President Seola, second by Councilman DeSantis.
Councilwoman Ballas?
Yes.
Councilman DeSantis?
Yes.
Councilman DeZemian?
Yes.
Councilman Janikopoulos?
Yes.
Councilman Gertenski?
Yes.
Council President Seula?
Yes.
Listen, 2025-7.
Ordinance 2025-7, ordinance of the Borough of South River, County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, adopting the amendments to sub-area 152 of the Lower Main Street redevelopment plan.
Motion to waive the full reading.
Second.
Motion by Council President Seola, second by Councilwoman Ballas.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to open this to the public. First call, second call.
Motion to close public.
Motion by Council President Seola, second by Councilman DeSantis.
All in favor?
Aye.
Council discussion? Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilwoman Ballas, second by Councilman Krasinski.
Councilwoman Ballas?
Yes.
Councilman DeSantis?
Yes.
Councilman DeZemian?
Yes.
Councilman Janikopoulos?
Yes.
Councilman Gertenski?
Yes.
Council President Seula?
Yes.
This one we're gonna go to first reading, 2025-8.
Ordinance 2025-8, ordinance to amend the code of the Borough of South River, chapter 155 entitled Fees by amending section 155-30, chapter 30 Water.
Mayor, I move that the council pass ordinance 2025-8 on its first reading by title only, and the clerk be authorized to publish the same as required by law, with a second reading and public hearing to be held at 7 p.m. on March the 10th, 2025, by video conference via Zoom or in the council chambers in the Criminal Justice Building at 61 Main Street, South River, New Jersey.
Second.
Motion by Council President Seola, second by Councilwoman Ballas.
Councilwoman Ballas?
Yes.
Councilman DeSantis?
Yes.
Councilman DeZemian?
Yes.
Councilman Janikopoulos?
Yes.
Councilman Gertenski?
Yes.
Council President Seula?
Yes.
We're gonna go into reports. Bruce Koch is not here today, but Eric Roberts is standing in for CMA. Eric?
Thank you, Mayor. Okay, for the NJDOT fiscal year 2022 local aid program and NJDOT fiscal year 2024 local aid program, the contractor has put the work on hold due to the weather. Leonard Dean Avenue has been milled and paved. The balance of the roads will be completed in the spring. Bruce did speak to the contractor about the Leonard Dean Avenue and Shine Fine Avenue curb ramp funding issues. And he is working with the contractor to have that resolved, and they'll come up with the best approach to resolve it. For the NJDOT fiscal year 2023 local transportation projects grant, we are working on the project design. For the NJDOT fiscal year 2025 local aid program, CME submitted a proposal for a professional service associated with same. For the 2023 electrical substation maintenance, contractor is working on the reports, which will be submitted to us when they are completed. For the NJDEP stormwater assistant grant application, CME submitted a proposal addressing the 2025 requirements and a proposal for services associated with the same. Thank you, Mayor.
Council, anything for Mr. Roberts? No? Joe?
There are two resolutions. The first one is a HCD transfer resolution. There's a line item that has money in it that we're transferring to a different line item so we can spend it and get reimbursed from the county. And the next one is a resolution to buy remedial solutions to do our billing collections for water and electric. We went out to bid twice. They were the only bidder. We rejected the bids both times. We negotiated with them. Now we're authorizing an agreement with them to begin on March 1st. They won't take over right away on March 1st. It takes 4 or 5 months to get through the whole entire process, so it's still going to be a couple of hiccups along the way, but this is the first step to getting the company in.
Thank you. This will probably resolve this question then. I know that quite a few people have been asking about having credit cards at the front window.
Yeah, so I think once this company comes in, once the water meters are all taken care of and are all in place and stuff, I think we can start looking at other things like monthly billing, both water and electric and so forth, But we gotta get the water meters in, operating first, and this new company in, so. I mean, I don't see anything happening until probably more towards the end of the year, or early next year, but that could be something we got.
Council, anything for Joe? I'm going to go to the police chief.
Mayor, I only got 2 things. Consent resolution number 95 is the appointment of crossing guard. It's the appointment of crossing guard Milton Martin. He's filling the vacancy that was created by retirement of Carol Sullivan, who was a crossing guard here for 20 years and retired at the end of December of last year. The other thing I have is this Thursday at 6 p.m. right here in the police department is our neighborhood watch program meeting. If you're interested in any crime prevention strategies or the safety of your neighborhood, I suggest you be here for that time. We'll have a few of our officers here, a couple of members of our detective bureau here speaking that night. As of right now, we have 65 people that are registered. So last time we had 78, I believe, and only 30 showed up. So.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get a bigger interest this time around.
At 6 p.m., Chief?
I'm sorry?
At 6 p.m.?
6 p.m., yes.
Yes.
Council, anything for chief? Dave?
I have one thing. Wednesday morning, we'll be shutting down Collin Drive.
Excellent.
Wednesday?
Wednesday morning.
Thank you. Anything for H? Fire chief.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor and Council. As of today, engine 2 was returned from Campbell. After our second alarm, we did have electrical issues again, so Campbell will be back at the station tomorrow to do troubleshooting, correct the issue, or they'll take it back to Campbell for further repairs. All of the units are currently in service. On this evening's agenda list, you will notice that we have 3 resolutions. Resolution 86 is going to authorize Reliable Fire Company to hold their annual boot drive. Resolution 89 to appoint Louis Blanco and William Alfrey as firefighters. Resolution 101 to appoint Isaac Mata as a firefighter. Earlier this month, we had a walk through the Early Learning Center for our firefighters. Yesterday and tonight, our entire department is receiving a lecture on the art of reading smoke, size up, strategy, and tactics. On this Thursday, officers and members will be attending Engine Company Operations, Strategy and Tactics. This class is provided by East Franklin Fire Department. On Saturday, the remainder of our department will recertify in CPR, basic life support, and first aid. Firefighter Jennifer Baker started Firefighter 1 at Middlesex County Fire Academy. This alone is 159 hours. And also at this time, I would like to take a moment and honor past Chief Robert Shanda, who recently passed away on February 17th. Chief Shanda was a life member of Reliable Fire Company, a member of the South River Fire Department for 64 years. He was a member of the South River Exempt Association. Almost everyone in town at one time or another had the opportunity to meet and greet this man. He had a love of life, family, our department, and our town. It's almost unheard of for an individual to volunteer for 64 years. If you knew Moose, you simply knew him as giving a handshake to you, a warm smile, and always saying it's a beautiful thing. So please keep his family in your prayers and thoughts.
Thank you. Councilman for the chief. Andrew,
I have nothing tonight, Mayor.
Melissa,
Nothing tonight.
Art,
I just have one thing, Mayor, number 92, the authorizing the award architectural and engineering design services. That's for the family required bathroom at the concession stand for the new playground.
thank you. Councilman, anything for Art?
Art, can you just give an update on the water meter project? I know you had a number of how many were.
Yeah, there are about 5,000 water meters in town. We're down to about 1,300 not installed. Meter Tech, the company doing the installing, has tried every method possible, emails, phone calls, text messages. I've now assigned someone from staff. They gave us the list. We are making a phone call. If they don't respond in 10 days, we are sending them a regular mail letter. If they don't respond in 7 days from the regular mail letter, we'll be sending them a summons to court for failure to allow someone to access the meter. And we hope that does it. There are a lot of them that I'm personally trying to take care of. All Leonard Eaton Gardens, all the schools haven't responded yet. I personally reached out to them and we're getting all their numbers together. Excuse me, and we will narrow that list down.
Councilman, anything for Art? Councilman Giannakopoulos.
I have nothing tonight, Mayor.
Councilman DeSantis.
Yes, the next Board of Education meeting is this Thursday, February 27th at 7 p.m. in the high school auditorium. We would like to give a shout out to some of our athletes. Keone Lewis is the first female to qualify for the regions in wrestling. Ethan Chamberlain and Thomas Nielsen both took fourth in their district this past weekend, and Philippe Granadero took third in districts, which brings him to the regions, which are this weekend coming up. And if he can take top four there, he would go to the States in Atlantic City. And Alex Grosby, one of our men's basketball players, scored his 2,000th point against Perth Amboy Magnet School. For those of you that don't know, they usually celebrate when you get to 1,000. So he has 2,000, which is twice as much. So he, it's a big deal. It's only happened a few times in school history, and Alex, he's been a great student athlete and a good representative of the town. From the recreation side, registration is still open for spring sports. T-ball for fundamental instructional is going to be mixed for boys and girls ages 4 through 6, and they're going to start in mid-April. Softball for girls ages 6 through 13, and the teams will compete at 8U, 10U, and 13U. And baseball for boys ages 7 through 10, with teams competing at 8U and 10U. We're also going to have flag football for ages 5 through 18, and they're going to use a co-ed division and a girls division. So they're trying to have an all-girls division for those age groups based on enrollment. So once the signups are settled, they'll see what they can do about having a co-ed mix and a full girls division. The softball, baseball, and flag football will start in mid-March. And to register, you can go to southofnj.org, click departments, then Parks and Recreation, and you can see a link to enroll. And if you have any issues online, you can call the office at 732-254-4412. We are also still looking for a tennis instructor for the spring program. We had a great young man that was doing that, but he moved, and Terry Chandler is searching for someone to take that over. If anyone has anyone that may be interested, they can email her at tchandler@southrivernj.org or call the office at the same 732-254-4412. And that's all I have.
All right, thank you. Councilman DeZena.
Thank you, Mayor. The only thing I'm gonna mention is, just what the police chief mentioned, the neighborhood watch. Again, it's this Thursday at 6 o'clock here in this building. It's been successful last year. We had it several times. And please come out, those that are signed up, please do attend. It really, is worth it, and you learn a lot more about the town and the safety, and you're also helping the police. Police are helping you. It's a joint, effort here. And that's all we have.
Thank you, Councilwoman Ballas.
I'm just gonna go over a couple of things to the library, even though I have a meeting with them tomorrow night, but there are some things coming up that you would have to register for. They're having a Dr. Seuss magic show on Monday, March 3rd at 6 o'clock. Something that's called Vision Boards for Kids and Teens, that's something that they would set up as their goals and aspirations. Also, you have to, these are all you have to register for. Family crochet, you're gonna learn how to do granny squares. And then a mindful breathing monthly meditation classes, they're Thursday, March 6th at 6:30. But again, there are many, many things that you can find out, that goes at the library on their website. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Councilman Krasinski.
Thank you, Mayor. On the Office on Aging, they are urging all members who had been members before January of this year to go down there and check your database and update it if necessary, whether it's your address or anything else too, whether you have any particular needs or whatever. They do want to update their membership and their membership application. Also, the AARP is still offering the free tax preparation. People 60 plus age are given preference. That would be at the East Brunswick Public Library. And the sponsor Office on Aging, you have to call ahead to schedule an appointment. East Brunswick has Monday and Wednesdays, and call 732-390-6767. And the sponsor office is at 1 Arlington in Spotswood, and on Wednesdays only. And the call number is 732-251-3432. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Council President Stewart.
Yes, EDC, they are working really hard on promoting the businesses in town. They're looking for doing some things on Main Street. They're working on another gathering of all the businesses in town, so everybody gets to know each other and how we can promote it a little bit better. Their next meeting is on the 19th of March, and it's at the Senior Citizen Building on 55 Reed. That's it.
Hold off on my comments. I'd like to open it to the public. In 5 minutes, state your name and your address.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Jim Hutchison, 38 Virginia Street. As far as the water project, I'm sure you're still at a very infancy stage of that. But has there been any decisions made yet on like the service lines? So right now the town basically owns the main, then the corporation connection from the main into the property is owned by the customer. If we're going down to replacing mains, I think we talked about replacing service lines also. So if we're replacing the service line, I imagine we're replacing the valve at the curb and then attaching that to the service line going in. And a couple of meetings ago, I had asked if that takes place, if the town is actually installing that, would the town then take ownership of that service line? Has there been any discussions on that?
Not yet, still.
Okay, still too early?
Still
Okay.
too early.
And then I'd also brought up about rather than leaving the existing mains in the ground, we remove them again for markouts, things of that nature. So I'm sure that that's all very early too. Parking issue on Stevens Street, where all the meters were taken out when the movie people came in. There's still a parking meter, a double meter that's missing. Right, it's the next to last one before you get to George Street.
Page, can you look at that, please?
We're missing some revenue there, plus I always see the same cars parked there. Chief, can we just give him a ticket because there's no meter? No. Try to get some revenue out of it. I'm glad to hear we're looking at a new billing company. I think residents, all the water and electric customers are beyond frustrated at this current building company. And I just wanna say, having an inside knowledge of this, this is not anything associated with the borough. The borough South River, the people down there at 40 Washington Street, this is out of their hands. The problems is the billing company. So when we're not getting bills as electric customers or water customers, it's not because the people there or the borough is doing anything, it's the company itself that's doing this. So we're doing the right thing and telling them adios. Too frustrating for everybody associated with that. And then my last comment, see if I can read my writing. If we have that many people that have not responded for the water meters, just from my old utility days, I'm not sure if we're bound by different rules and regulations since we're a municipality rather than an investor-owned utility. I think an old termination of service will probably get them quicker than maybe going to court and maybe be a little cheaper. So I don't know if we want to just threaten with termination of water service. I know that usually spurs people to get them off their duff to do something. So because again, the borough owns the water meter, so we need to have access to our equipment. So just throw that out there as a possibility. No catch, no splash.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. My name is Edwin Brothers, 64 Whitehead Avenue. I have two questions. So I was arriving a little bit sorry, and I missed the first bit, ordinance reading. Just was curious, was ordinance 2025 for pass?
Yeah.
That's great. That's great news. Thank you for your work on that. My second question is, could the council please confirm which communication channel the borough will use to notify potential developers of the application submission date and timing for Class 5 suitability applications?
You're talking about for the counties?
Yes, for Class 5.
So what happens is there's a Gestapo period. Once that is passed, then we post it. It's posted in the advertisement, whatever it may be. And then the first company walks in with the application, we would be reviewing that.
And which advertisement do you guys use to?
The home news.
The home
Home
news?
news Tribune, yeah.
Okay, great. All right, thank you. And usually, you said what was the term you used?
Gestapo period.
Gestapo, how long is that?
20 days.
20 days? Okay. From today?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Anyone else from the public? First call, second call.
Motion to close public?
Motion by Councilman President Seola, seconded by Councilman Zenia.
All in favor?
Aye.
Let's second, please do consent resolutions.
Whereas Resolution 2025-01 authorizes the Borough Council to utilize a consent agenda to adopt various resolutions of a routine and non-controversial nature at one time, and therefore be it is hereby resolved that the below listed resolutions are hereby adopted by the Borough Council in whole, as if the same were individually acted upon. Consent resolutions 2025-86 to 2025-107. 86, authorizing the South River Fire Department to conduct a boot drive. 87, authorizing the requisition of funds for payment for custodian of the school monies. 88, resolution authorizing an abandoned vehicle auction. 89, appointment of Louis Blanco and William Alfred as firefighters to Summit Engine Company. 90, authorize a construction department permit refund. 91, authorizing transfer of funds from Middlesex County Housing and Community Development Agency for park improvements. 92, authorizing the award for architectural and engineering design services. 93, submission of the 2025 HCD block grant proposal. 94, authorizing an agreement with Byron Metering Solutions. 95, appointment of a crossing guard. 96, authorize certain utility refunds. 97, appointment of a part-time public works employee for the sanitation department. 98, authorizing the notice of request for proposals for land use board professionals. 99, appointment of OEM members. 100, authorizing a change order. 101, authorizing the appointment of Isaac Moda as firefighter for the South River Fire Department. 102, accept February 3rd, 2025 regular and executive session minutes. 103, authorize the bills and claims list. 104, property tax refund. 105, authorizing approval to submit a grant application with the NJDOT for improvements to Leonard Dean Avenue, Prentice Avenue, and Borough Street. 106, authorizing approval to submit a grant application with the NJDOT for improvements to Barrow Street, Bailey Street, and John Street. And 107, authorizing application for the Inclusive Healthy Communities Grant Program.
Do I have a motion? Motion by Councilwoman Ballas. Second. Second by Councilman Krasinski.
Councilwoman Ballas?
Yes.
Councilman DeSantis?
Yes, with the exception of number 103, abstain from 25-00521.
Councilman DeZemian?
Yes.
Councilman Janikopoulos?
Yes.
Councilman Gertenski?
Yes.
Council President Seula?
Yes, with the abstention from 86, 89, 101, and on 103, 24-03179, 24-03592, and 25-0424.
Alright, we have nothing for new business, we don't wanna start the governing body comments, Councilman Krasinski.
Thank you, Mayor. First off, I'd like to thank all of our public service workers, our police, fire, DPW, and everything, and Robert Wood Johnson for all the services they provide to our community. I'd also like to offer congratulations to Calvin on his retirement at the DPW, 41 years.
When's his last day?
Quite a run.
Yeah.
When's he done?
With that, DPW has done a wonderful job as far as salt in the streets. I can't tell whether it's snowed or if it's salt. So, with that, I thank yous again. With that, that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you so much.
Councilwoman Ballas.
When is Calvin's last day?
Today.
Today?
It was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Party.
Yeah, the party.
I've been looking forever.
41 years.
71 years. I know I called DPW this week down at Olchaski and Prentice. I guess everybody's sump pumps are getting pumped out into Cam Avenue has a huge thing. Olchaski has on the way here, John Street, George Street. I guess we really can't do anything about that. I could keep an eye on it and make sure they get sanded because they're quite live or whatever.
That's one of the roads that's gonna be getting fixed.
Now I know I always complain about my street, but I'll complain about Morningside today. Where they're coming up to park to get into that new school, you're never gonna get a fire truck up that street between 8:30 and 9:30.
It's the same with Johnson Place too.
Ever. I don't know, they're parking there, they're not supposed to be parking there. So I don't know what, I know you can't be everywhere at once, but.
We were all up there in masses, there were probably about 6 or 7 cars
Because
up
I
there.
felt so bad, this poor woman was trying to get out of the front of her house on Morningside.
Mhm.
She couldn't get out of her driveway. I know the feeling. I feel bad. I don't know where these people are gonna go.
There's just too many people all in one area. We talked about that in our public safety meeting.
Yeah.
I had all my
I
guys and gals
know.
up there, it's just too many people at one time. There's no parking spaces for any of the parents to go. So they just ride around in circles, they pull over on the side of the road, just to wait. I mean, the afternoon is worse than the morning,
Yeah, I'd have to go there at
Yeah.
9 o'clock in the morning. It was
so,
not
you know,
fun.
we've been there for the last 5 days.
I know the flow is hard. You gotta watch the ones that just stop their cars and put on their blinkers and then walk their kids up the hill. They're not supposed to be doing
There's
it.
just no parking.
It's like that all the schools, not just our schools. Down on, by the old junior high is bad, down by Charles Street
Charles
is
Street's
bad.
bad.
It's just, I guess, too many people in one
Area.
Yes.
yeah. But just be careful because, I mean, the kids are running in between cars, trying to get across the street. Some are not crossing by the crossing guards where they should be, especially on Johnson Place and Hillside.
Johnson.
They go halfway up and they just go across and some poor person's, something's gonna happen. And what do you do then? I don't know how you can tell the kids, go to the corner, there's a crossing guard there. Use them. You had to yell at some, you can tell me, you had to yell at people the other day, I don't get it. But the same thing, the weather's getting nicer, it's staying lighter longer. On the way down here, kids were on their scooters, luckily they all had lights and helmets, so that was good. just be careful of the walkers, the joggers, the kids. We wanna make sure everybody stays safe. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilman DeZemian.
Just a congratulations to Calvi, you went to high school with him, and congratulations on 41 years, that's amazing. And that's all I have.
Councilman DeSantis.
Echo the same with Calvi, he's been a staple in that for the borough for a long time, and I'm 41 years old, so he's been working here as long as I've been here, so it's great to hear that he's going off into the next chapter, so.
Councilman John DeCuppis.
Yep, I just wanted to thank DPW for going around, and I know there's a lot of pumps, like Donna was saying, that were pumping out water and turning to ice, and Ainge and DPW, they're out there and they're going out with heavy equipment, breaking up this ice and getting that out of the way so it's not a hazard. And they keep on top of it all over town, I'd like to say thank you.
Thank you. Council President.
Thank you. Just to reiterate, congratulations, Calvi. Known you for a lot of years. You're definitely gonna enjoy retirement. I can definitely say that. Again, to our DPW, great job. With all the high winds we had, our electric utility was by far first class all the way. Their maintenance and all the work that they put into the borough it pays off when you have the weather like that. Our road department, sanitation, they all did a great job of plowing, salting, they kept the town safe. And that's by far the best anybody can do. Just one quick thing on a fire note. We've had a few incidents where people were smoking outside of their homes and setting mulch on fire, grass on fire, and we've had a few where it got pretty bad. So please, if you are a smoker, be careful. Make sure you extinguish your cigarette in a bucket, an ashtray, something where it's not gonna fall into a garbage can, a recycling can, anything like that. If you're on a deck, don't put the cigarette out on your deck surface. Put it out in a proper extinguishing place. I mean, we gotta be safe, and it's common sense. So please be very careful if you're smoking. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Here we are. Well, first of all, I want to thank the council along with Art and Joe. It's been a long waited for the billing company. We're finally replacing them. They're going to go into effect on March 1st. It's going to finally be on board within 6 months or so. There's still going to be a couple of hiccups here and there. This has been long awaited. This is something that's going to bring different avenues to paying the bills and making it easier for residents. Recycling. I know a lot of people have been complaining about our recycling, how the sanitation doesn't do a good job. I understand. I know I've had quite a few meetings with the county. I'm happy to announce that the county finally signed a new company that is not only going to have one-arm bandits, it's also going to make it cheaper on South River. So you're going to be seeing that hopefully within the next month or two, once they deploy them.
Will they take the bags now or no?
Well, I don't know that. I know you're going to get a 90 gallon garbage can that's going to be dropped off by the company themselves. So free of charge.
Cool.
So thank you to the county for a job well done on that. Potholes, I know that the weather is breaking. Please bear with the DPW. They are doing as much as they can. It's not easy. They deal with a lot more than just the potholes. They deal with trees coming down, curbs, you name it, they're out there doing it. I know that we've been hearing about this throughout the southern part of the state, where there's a supposedly bird flu. Let me explain what this is. And it happens more around parks than anything else. You find ducks that are deceased, don't get near them. Don't walk on the feces, keep your animals away from them, don't track them into your house. If you see it, call the police, let them know. It's the best thing I want to tell you. I want to also thank the DOT for helping us get more roads under our belts. You know, every year they do their best to help us. Electricity rates. My favorite topic. A lot of people through social media, and I'm using social media because they're bad mouthing, or I should say speculating what the town is doing. I'm gonna start off by saying, I think what our budget committee has done in the past 4 or 5 years, with the battery project and everybody else's electricity is going up, ours isn't, staying where it's at. Next year, they're gonna get hit again with electricity tax hike. We're not. Once again, we're budgeting. Battery project is actually doing a very, very good job. So if anybody's out there to badmouth what we are doing, this is probably by far the best project the administration has actually applied to this town. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Go see Joe at 48 Washington, and he'll explain it to you in detail.
Or you decreased rates last year, so.
Actually, yes, that's right, decreased rates last year. Now, Calvin Jackson. As you all heard, Calvin has been beyond the word motivated, determined, loved for the town. 41 years. Now, what you don't know about the DPW is there is no such thing as them sitting in a building with warmth. They go out every single day, regardless of the weather, regardless of the element, regardless of what resident may be upset with them. And they do their job. And Calvin himself is a living proof of it. 41 years sitting on the back of that garbage truck and never once complained. Showed up to work and always devoted himself to that Department of Public Works. He's gonna be surely missed. I know we're gonna see him in town. He lives right here. So if you see him, give him a shout out. Calvin, thank you for everything you have done for this borough. Condolences to the Moose family. He's gonna be surely missed. As you all heard, he's been a staple to the fire department for 64 years. And last and final, as Councilman Ballas said, the weather's getting better. Please be aware of those kids coming out in and out of those cars. They're outside now, they're trying to enjoy the weather. The weather's getting better. Hopefully there's no more snow. But I wish everybody happy and healthy. Do I have a motion to close? Motion by Councilwoman Ballas, second by Council President Steele.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.